Okay, so sorry guys, can you able to hear me? People from online, please confirm me in the chat box. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much, guys. So, good morning, everyone. So, hope you all can see my screen. So, Jagadish, I have seen you raised your hand. I allowed you to talk. Any questions? Okay. So, guys, is there anyone who just joined today, or everyone who is joining from last few classes? If there is any new joinee today, can you please confirm me in the chat box once? I don't think no new guys, right? Great.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Satish. You joined today, right?
No. This is Jagdish.
Jagdish, yes. You joined today?
No. I joined 4 days back.
Okay, okay. So
I
you
came back.
raised your hand. Do you have any questions?
No, actually, I didn't get any text message. Like, I mean, every day I'm getting message regarding the session link and everything. I was thinking
Okay.
I will be getting something like, and I didn't receive anything today. I
Yeah,
called to other
there
classes.
is some miscommunication today. We had a holiday yesterday, right?
Yeah,
So there is some miscommunication. Just bear with me today. I'll talk to the management. Okay.
yeah. Even after the session gonna start, right? You will be sharing the slides. The session gonna start with the next sometime. It is coming.
I
Even we are
got
in
you.
the
I got you. Yes,
when we
yes.
are in
So
a
yeah,
confusion, like if someone is there or not, at least if you share something like this, if you share your screen, we can understand
understood.
you are on the live.
Understood. So there is some miscommunication happened today. So I'll just talk to them. Okay. So
Yeah,
even I surprised here today, like, after coming to the institute. So I felt like there is no class today. So because,
yeah,
everyone went to their hometowns, right? So no one is available here.
yeah, that's true.
Clear? Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So Satish. Okay. So what we have covered in last class. So did anyone practice it that? So what we have covered in the last week? So people who are joining from last few days, can you please text me on the chat box? So what we have learned in the last class, and have you practiced it that? So we have practiced creating of an instance. Yes. So hope we have practiced the creating of Linux instance. So have you all practiced it? Yeah, so we can see day up to day 5 we have the classes uploaded by Arif. So people who just joined today, so don't bother about what we have covered till date. So we have covered very basic things and that are recorded as well. So I'll also repeat that again, and please watch the videos and let me know if you have any questions. So today we will just see how to create Windows instance again and how to log into it, and we'll see how to create a Linux instance and how to log into it. So in previous class, we have seen how to create a Windows instance and we have seen how to log into it. And let's see today how to create, along with Windows instance, we will see again Linux instance as well. Okay. So hope you all can see my AWS account, and let me refresh this. And you all guys know now how to log into your AWS accounts. So because we are using this console from last few classes. So always, so we will, because of last 2 days holidays, the strength is also a bit low today. So what we'll do is today, we will repeat that creating of Windows instance once, and also we will see the creating of Linux instance and how to log into it. So now to create Linux instance or Windows instance, so navigate to the launch instances. The moment once you logged into the AWS account, The moment once you logged into the AWS account, just click on EC2, go to the EC2. So there is an option to launch instance. Click on launch instance. So first let's create a Windows instance. So let me name it as Windows. Scroll down, selected Windows machine here. Scroll down, T2 micro, and let me create a new key pair. I'm leaving a PEM file, creating a key pair. Leaving everything as default. Launch instance. So once we created an EC2 instance, this is in pending state now. We'll wait until it comes to the running state. So what we were using to log in into the Windows instance, people from online, can you chart, can you put your answer into the chat box? What we have used to log in into the Windows instance in the last class? Can someone answer it? Yes. Jatin Kurana, good, very good. So we have used RDP. Good, Imran. So let's refresh it and go to the start, search for RDP, RDP, open remote desktop connection, open it. So paste, sorry, copy the public IP of the instance, select the instance, copy the public IP of the instance, go to the RDP, let's open this and paste this, click on connect. So the what will be the username? Can someone answer in the chat box? Can someone answer in the chat box what should be the username? Username should be administrator. Okay, but before we are trying to log in, we have to generate the password. For that, click on connect, click on RDP client, click on get password, upload private key file, select the PEM file, open it, decrypt password. So you get the password, right? Just copy the password, put it on a notepad. Sorry, let me, sorry, copy the password and put it onto the notepad. Now open this, go to the instances. So copy the public IP of it. Just open RDP. Search for RDP. Open remote desktop connection. Just paste the IP address. Click on connect. Username should be administrator, ADMINISTRATOR, administrator. Password, we added it in the notepad plus plus. Copy that and paste the password. Click on OK. I think I have given the wrong password. Just copy administrator, placed it. Yes, click on yes. So whenever you logged in for the first time, so it takes couple of minutes to get ready. So you can see our Windows EC2 instance is ready. So since Windows, we are also using Windows in our local, so it looks similar. The way how our laptop looks, even the Windows machine will look same. So this is called Windows machine. Now, for example, let me close this. And if I want to terminate this, what I'll do simply going to the instance state, there is an option to terminate. It is nothing but delete. Now, let me ask you one question. Once I terminated the instance, will that instance come back if I required? Guys, can you just put your answer into the chat box? If I created an instance and if I terminated the instance, if I required my terminated instance back, is that possible? Yes. Very good. The answer is no, because once we terminated the instance, it means we deleted the instance. We cannot again start the instance. Whatever the instances were terminated, it will be shown here for some time. After that, it will automatically get disappeared. So very good, Naveen, Jatin, Satish, Jagdish, good response. So now let's create a Linux instance. Till now, we have seen how to create a Windows instance and how to log into the Windows instance. Let's see with Linux instance. The process would be the same. The only operating system will get changed and the way how we logged in into the instance will change. Click on launch instance. Number of instances one. So let me name it as Linux. Scroll down. I'm leaving it as Amazon Linux T2 Micro. And I'm going to create a key pair and I'm naming it as Linux 7. Here we should select PPK file. Whenever you are using a Linux machine, at the time of login, only PPK will be allowed. So for sure you have to select PPK there and click on create key pair and click on create key pair. Scroll down, leave everything default and click on launch instance. Yeah, once instance created, just go to the instances. So you can see the pending until wait for a couple of minutes until it shows running. So once the instance created, just copy the public IP of the instance. Here, whenever you want to log into the Linux instance, whenever you want to log into the instance, for Windows, you are using RDP. For Linux, you have to use a tool called Putty. So just select it, Putty, Putty, Putty download. When you click Putty download, so there is an option called download Putty in the first link. If you open this link and if you click on download Putty, automatically this particular client will be get downloaded. So you can see based on our whatever our laptop configuration, it's 32-bit or 64-bit, you'll be selecting this. And once the file downloaded here, so if you go to the downloads, so there will be a file get downloaded, putty installer.msi. So the way how you install the VLC media player on your laptops, just give one double click, next, install. So that is how you can able to install this putty onto your laptop. Once you install, go back to the instances, copy the instance, open the putty tool, Putty, putty. If you open the putty, just open the putty. Paste your public IP address here, SSH authentication. See here after pasting your public IP under SSH, under authentication, there is an option called credentials. Just select the credentials and click on the browse option and browse your PPK file, the one which you created, and click on open. Now just open it, accept it. So we have, for example, for Windows, the default username is administrator. For Amazon Linux, the default username is EC2-user. If it is Ubuntu, the default username is Ubuntu. If it is CentOS, the default username is CentOS. So here, the default username is EC2-user. Enter. Okay, that is how you can able to log in into the machine. So you can see now here, for Windows, we have created a machine. We logged into a machine. Since Windows, we already aware of it, how the Windows looks or Windows laptop looks. So that is how we can able to feel similar. The way how we use the Windows laptop, you can feel similar to the whenever you logged into the Windows machine. But Linux machine, it will be as a terminal. So I'll repeat it again. I'm closing it. I'll log in into that again. Select the Linux machine, copy the public IP, open putty. So just select putty, 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 open putty. So wait until it opens. Yeah. So paste your public IP address under the host name. You can see host name here, right? You pasted your public IP here. Now, see under connection, there is an SSH, right? Here near SSH, there is a plus symbol. Just click on plus symbol. You can see auth. Here near auth, you can see a plus symbol. Just click here. Click on the credentials and click on browse. Select Linux 7. Open. Open. Now give your username ec2-user. So this is how you will be able to log in into your Linux machine. So we have seen how to create a Linux machine, how to create a Windows machine, and how to log into those machines. Now, hope you're all clear with this, right? How to create a Linux machine and how to create a Windows machine. Now, if you remember this IP address, see, now the IP address is 65.2.74.253. 74.253. Ubuntu, CentOS, whatever it may be, these are all Linux distributions. Okay. The way how you log in using putty. So Linux means not only Amazon Linux operating system. Linux means Ubuntu, CentOS, Red Hat Linux. These are all comes under the Linux distribution only. The way how you log in is using the same putty. Only the way is only the point here is the username might be different. That's it. Nothing more than that. Clear, Srinivas? Yeah. So now, see when I look at this particular IP address 74.253. See, if I stop and start the instance, let me stop it. Remember this IP address 65.2.74.253. Let me stop the instance. So I stopped the instance. Now let me start the instance again. So now, if you can remember, earlier the IP address is like something 74.253 something, right? So now if you look at our IP address 3.111.42.204. So did IP address got changed or not? People from online, did IP address got changed or not? Whatever the public IP that we have for our existing instance was not there for the new instance. Sorry, for the same instance when I stop and start the instance. So in real time, so it will become a big mess because see, whenever I have a server, I have an IP address of that server. Always my configurations will be depends on that particular IP address only, right? So for example, there is a tcs.com website. They created an EC2 instance. They hosted a website on EC2 instance. In general, whenever I try to access a TCS website, I never access with the IP address. I always give a www.tcs.com. The way the configuration that they do is whenever I access the tcs.com, the traffic will be routed to that particular IP address in the backend. They will put the IP address. Now, whenever I stop and start the instance, if the IP address is getting changed, so it will become a problem because in the configuration there will be an old IP address. Always I cannot go to that configuration and I cannot change that IP address, right? So that will be become a problem. To avoid this, even in on-premises or even in cloud, we have a concept called, if it is on-premises, we will call it as static IP. And if it is AWS, we will call it as elastic IP. Okay, we have a concept called elastic IP. So you can buy an IP address from AWS, and that IP address you can attach to EC2 instance. Then even though if you stop and start the instance, the IP address will be remain same. So left side, you can see under network and security, you can find elastic IPs. Just click on elastic IPs. So there is an option called allocate elastic IP address, right? Just click on allocate elastic IP address. Scroll down. So there is an option to allocate. Just click on allocate. Refresh it. Now, let me attach this IP address to my EC2 instance. Select that. Go to the action. See, remember your old IP address here. 42204. 42204. Our elastic IP is 247.189. Now I'm just associating my elastic IP address to my instance. Scroll down, click on associate. Go to the instances. Let me refresh this browser. Select this instance 247.189. So this is our elastic IP address. If you go and verify here under elastic IPs, 247.189. If I go back to the instances, if I select this 247.189. Now instead of, see, elastic IP is also nothing but a public IP address. But the public IP address which is coming automatically, that will always keep on change whenever you are restarting the instance or whenever you stop and start the instance. But elastic IP will not change. See, now I can also log in using of this elastic IP. Copying up an IP address. If I open a putty, paste it, SSH, authentication, credentials, browse, ppk, open, accept. So we logged in, right? So now let me close this. Let me verify it once. Let me stop and start the instance once. So yeah, so I stopped the instance. I'm starting it again. Instance state, start. Let's refresh this. See, the instance is running. If I check this public IP address 247.189, it remains same. It won't get changed. So this is the concept of elastic IP. So the common questions in the interview that you might get is they might ask you a direct question saying that what is a elastic IP. They might ask you what is the public IP that is available in AWS. You can say it is elastic IP. Now let me ask you a question. I have attached this particular IP address to one of the instance, right? Can I attach same IP address to another instance? People from the online, can someone answer? No. Others? Only one responded. Others? No, no, no. Okay. Can I ask you in this way? Can I detach this IP address and can I attach to another instance? Okay, I cannot attach it same time, but can I detach this IP address and can I attach to another instance? Yes, very good. So remember these three questions. Like if you are a freshers, they might ask you to confuse, like whether can you attach this one single IP address to multiple instances or not. Okay. So today what we have learned how to create a Linux instance and how to log into the instance. And we have seen how to create a Windows instance and how to log into it. And we have seen what is an elastic IP. So for today, I just wanted to park here. Okay. Now let's go with questions if any. People from online, so raise your hand if you have any questions. I'll allow you to talk. See, traffic means it's a generic word. For example, what I can say is if there is a particular destination, people who are traveling to there, we will be calling it as traffic, right? People who are traveling to there. That is how when there is a server, when n number of people are trying to access to our server, when they are trying to access, each and every access is like a request. If you try to access, that is your request. If another one try to access, that is one request. These all requests we will call it as traffic. When there are number of requests are going, so that is called traffic. Clear, Chaitanya? Yeah. Srinivas, I allowed you to talk.
Sir, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Sir, previously last you said that same instance that IP address is not assigned to another instance.
Yes.
Another word one disassociate something you said. Sir.
You can ask me in Telugu, Srinivas.
Sorry.
తెలుగులో అడగండి, చెప్పండి, క్లియర్ గా చెప్పండి.
సెకండ్ వర్డ్ ఏదో డిసోసియేట్ ఏదో అన్నారు సార్.
డిసోసియేట్ అంటే దాని నుంచి డిటాచ్ చేసి వేరే దానికి అటాచ్ చేయొచ్చు అని చెప్తున్నా.
ప్లీజ్ రిపీట్ సార్.
డిసోసియేట్ అంటే నథింగ్ బట్ డిటాచ్.
డిటాచ్.
You can detach from one place and you can attach to another place.
అంటే
Clear?
ఐపీ అడ్రస్ ని డిటాచ్ చేసి ఇంకో దానికి అసైన్ చేయొచ్చు.
Exactly.
ఓకే, థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్. సార్ ప్రీవియస్లీ లైనెక్స్ లో ఇన్స్టాన్స్ క్రియేట్ చేసినప్పుడు ఏదో
Yes.
ఉబుంటు ఏదో సెంటోస్ ఏదో అన్నారు
See,
సార్. అది EC2
ఆపరేటింగ్ సిస్టమ్స్ అంటే విండోస్, లినక్స్ మేజర్లీ. ఓకే, మనకి లినక్స్ అనేది ఒక కంపెనీ లాంటిది అనమాట. లినక్స్ లో అగైన్ వీ హ్యావ్ అ డిఫరెంట్ ఫ్లేవర్స్ లైక్ అమెజాన్ లినక్స్ అని, సెంటోఎస్ అని, ఉబుంటు అని, వీటన్నిటిని కూడా లినక్స్ అనే పిలుస్తాం. ఓకే, అన్నిటిపైన వర్క్ చేసే విధానం ఒకటే ఉంటది, దాని గురించి కన్ఫ్యూజ్ అవ్వద్దు. క్లియర్?
EC2 యూజర్ అని పెట్టారు ఏం సార్? దేనికి యూజర్ నేమ్?
అది యూజర్ నేమ్. యూజర్ నేమ్
అది దేనికి సార్? అది
అమెజాన్ లినక్స్ కి. నేను అమెజాన్ లినక్స్ ఏఎంఐ తీసుకున్నాను, దాని యూజర్ నేమ్ వచ్చేసి EC2-user.
ఓకే. ఇంకో లైనెక్స్ అయితే సార్
ఉబుంటు అయితే ఉబుంటునే యూజర్ నేమ్. సెంటోఎస్ అయితే సెంటోఎస్ అనేది యూజర్ నేమ్. క్లియర్?
అంటే ఏ ఓఎస్ సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకుంటామో దాని నేమ్ ఇవ్వాలి.
ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ, దాని పర్టికులర్ యూజర్ నేమ్ ఉంటుంది. మీకు డిఫాల్ట్ యూజర్ నేమ్స్ మీరు గూగుల్లో కొట్టినా వస్తుంది. వాట్ ఈస్ ద డిఫాల్ట్ యూజర్ నేమ్ ఫర్ అమెజాన్ లినక్స్ ఏఎంఐ అని కొట్టారు అనుకోండి, EC2-user అని వస్తుంది.
పాస్వర్డ్ సార్?
పాస్వర్డ్ మనం పీపీకే ఇస్తున్నాం కదా.
ఓకే, ఫైన్ సార్.
ఓకే,
థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్ సార్.
యా. So let me look at the chart. Yeah, so Satish, you can get the curriculum from Arif. చైతన్య, ఇప్పుడు నేను యూస్ చేసింది అమెజాన్ లినక్స్ ఏఎంఐ, అమెజాన్ లినక్స్ ఏఎంఐ అనమాట. అమెజాన్ వాడు ఒక ఏఎంఐ తయారు చేసి పెట్టాడు, దట్ ఈస్ అమెజాన్ లినక్స్ ఏఎంఐ. సయ్యద్, you can maintain a running notes, so I also preparing a running notes, so I'll share the running notes once the sessions are locked. Maybe in couple of days the sessions will be locked, right? So they will be creating a Google Classroom. In that classroom every day the notes will be updated to you, so you'll be getting an email. Clear, Sayed? Okay. Jagdish, any doubts? I allowed you to talk. Chaitanya, I allowed you to talk.
Hi, sir.
Yeah, hello.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah. So yeah, Jagdish, go ahead first, or Chaitanya, anyone is fine. Chaitanya, you can go. Yeah.
Yeah, sir. యాక్చువల్‌గా మీరు అమెజాన్ తాలూకుది లినక్స్ ఇన్‌స్టాల్ చేశారన్నారు కదండీ సార్. రెడ్ హ్యాట్ కూడా యూజ్ చేయొచ్చు కదా సార్ ఇక్కడ. అంటే ఎందుకన్నా
ఏదైనా యూస్ చేయొచ్చు. ఓకే, బట్ మనం టెస్టింగ్ పర్పస్ ఏం చేస్తామంటే అమెజాన్ లినక్స్ యూస్ చేస్తాం. ఎందుకు యూస్ చేస్తామంటే we were trying to install few packages on it in future. Okay, so for example, whenever you have the packages already, you can install it, right? You can don't need to download it and install it again. So in Amazon Linux AMI we have the already few packages. In coming classes we are going to install something, so that is the reason we were using Amazon Linux AMI. So if you want to use the Red Hat Linux AMI, so you can use the Red Hat Linux AMI as well. The process would be the same, only the commands might get vary. For that Red Hat Linux or any other Linux, if you want to know the commands, so we were offering a separate Linux course, right? So you can opt for that course, so that in that particular course, so dedicatedly how the RHEL images will be there, which commands that you need to use, so that will be shown. Clear?
యాహ్! సార్. బట్ యాక్చువల్‌గా ఏంటంటే అక్కడ ఆ ట్రైని రెడ్ హ్యాట్ త్రూగా చెప్తున్నారు. ఇక్కడ మీరు అమెజాన్ త్రూగా ఇన్‌స్టాల్ చేశారు కదా! సో డిఫరెన్స్ ఏం రాదా? ఐ మీన్
Nothing difference. Everything is same. Everything is same. Linux is Linux everywhere, but commands might vary. కమాండ్స్ కూడా కంప్లీట్ కాదు. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇందులో wget వాడేది అందులో వేరేది వాడచ్చు అనమాట. సో ఆ పర్టికులర్ కమాండ్స్ నేర్చుకోవాలి అంటే యూ హ్యావ్ టు గో త్రూ ద లినక్స్ కోర్స్.
ఓకే సార్.
క్లియర్?
ఓకే సార్.
యా. జగదీష్, యూ కెన్ గో అహెడ్ నౌ. Jagdish, please unmute and ask your question. Chaitanya, your hand is still raised. Do you have any other question?
No, sir. By
Okay.
mistake, it's raised.
Okay, okay, okay. Yes, Jagdish,
Hi,
you're,
hi.
yeah, please.
So currently we are using Amazon Linux, right?
Yes.
So, are we going to use other Linux, or also only we are using Amazon Linux or any other?
Only we were, see, this particular course is not learned to operating system. Okay, this particular course we were learning AWS services. So when we are creating an EC2 instance, we were using an Amazon Linux machine. Okay, so
Mm,
even though it is an Amazon Linux AMI or any other AMI, the process would be the same. There is no difference. Only the difference is commands. To learn those commands, so we have a separate sessions for the Linux course, so you have to opt for it. I mean, it is a free of cost. Clear?
yeah. And here in the chat box, they are sharing like Amazon with Azure also they are sharing. But
Yes.
currently we are working for Amazon with AWS, right?
One second, let me tell you. Amazon with AWS is not a right terminology. Amazon provides AWS technology, right?
Sorry. AWS plus
Yes.
DevOps.
Let me complete. So first 40 days we will go with AWS course. Okay,
Okay.
then we will go with Azure course. Clear?
Okay.
First 40 days we will go with AWS course. After completing of AWS, we will covering the Azure topics as well. Clear?
Okay. So right now you are opening through AWS, right? So when are we getting that access to open it from our end to check it practically?
So this is your first class.
No, no, this is third class. Actually, even we want to do it practically, like how
One
we are
second, one
opening
second,
and
one
how we
second.
are
Let me
creating stuff.
complete. So I have already shown how to create this AWS account. I think you might miss the session. I thought you all have the AWS account because on the day 3, I have shown you how to create an AWS account. I think others like people, did anyone create AWS accounts? I mean, please check, can you ping in the chat box whoever have the AWS accounts? If not, I'll tell you that AWS accounts, creating of AWS account again. Naveen, yes. Imran, yes. Yes. So Jagdish, I think you might miss the session. Okay. On the day 3 or something, I have shown you how to create this account. Okay. Just try it. If you got stuck at anywhere, so I'll help you to create an AWS account.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Clear, Jagdish? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, thank you.
Okay. Jagdish, please, go just watch and day 3 or day 4, I think creating of AWS account is not, I mean, at a complex thing, it's very easy. If you got stuck at anywhere, I'll help you on that. Any other questions, guys? People from the online, any other questions? Raise your hand if you have any questions. See, whatever the questions in your mind, so I won't take it ego or something. Whatever you have in your mind, just ask me. So I will answer that in some cases because you might have enough. I mean, you do not have it. This is the first time that you're learning AWS, right? Sometimes your questions might be wrong. In that case, I'll be correcting your questions. Try to understand from my point of view. I'll try to correct your questions and I'll definitely answer your questions. Okay. Sayed, I allowed you to talk.
Sir, actually, we have already created Windows instance,
Yes.
and also today we have created Linux instance. But I never understand about the how to get Elastic instance, like copying the instance. I haven't understand about that. How to do that?
You have not understand about how to create a Linux instance and log in into the Linux instance. That is what your question.
Yes, sir.
So you have not understand about how to log into the Linux instance.
Yes, sir.
That's it, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll show that again, even though if you didn't understand it. So go back and watch the recording. I'll show it now. Still,
Okay,
if you
sir.
did not get, so just go back and watch the video. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Satish, we have the Linux classes. So talk to the admin. So whenever the Linux class starts, they'll be keep you posted. So I'm just showing it again how to log into the Linux. Just copy the public IP. Open the putty. paste it, SSH, authentication, credentials, browse, Linux 7, open, open. So here you will be giving the username. So this is how you can able to log in into your Linux machines. So this particular class includes AWS and Azure as well. And Linux is a free of cost. And how to deploy the pipeline, like, deploy the infrastructure using of uh, Terraform and deploying it on AWS, deploying it on Azure, that I'll be showing you. So I'm going on mute, guys. Hope you're all clear. I'll just clear the doubt for offline. Yeah.
इंस्टेंस क्रिएशन आ गया मेरे को। लगा था गाड़ी में जाना है, गाड़ी में जाके मिनिस्टर पासवर्ड है, पासवर्ड। अच्छा,
So Jagdish, yes, so it will ask you for debit card or credit card details. You have to provide that, and 2 rupees will be debited from your account. Make sure whenever you are creating an account, it will ask either business or personal. So select the personal there. I allowed you to talk, Jagdish, if you want.
Yeah, hi. Yeah, any amount will be deducted.
See, if you are going to select personal, initially
Yeah.
there will be 2 rupees will be debited from your account. After that, money will not be debited. If you
Like
selected business, automatically at the end of the month, the bill which got generated will be debited from your card.
okay. So if we select personal, it will be free.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
So even the bill will get generated, but amount will not be debited from your bank account.
So we can use it for like, I mean, even if we are using for months and years also, there won't be any charges, right? If you are selecting personal.
There will be charges, but it will not be debited from your account. The only if you are not paying the bill for 1-2 months, the AWS account will be blocked. Nothing will be happened to your bank account.
Mm-hmm.
Clear?
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So thank you so much for joining, guys. We'll connect tomorrow again. So I'm leaving the session.